Okay, this is Brent from PathandTarot. We are in the PathandTarot suite now, so we've moved out of the psychic suite and into something more generalized. So we can play with these three different decks. Now you can get these decks on Make Playing Cards if you want to, but we use them here digitally because these are my cards. I made them. So we do readings separately with each individual deck, so that you'll see three different types of readings in your social feed. But what I'm able to do with Orphalese Tarot is put all the decks into one deck, combine them. So there's like well over 100 cards in this deck. So it has combined the tarot, the playing cards, and the elemental cards all into one thing. So we're gonna mix it all up and just draw out a few cards and see what it wants to say to us. If you see this, you can take a moment to focus your intention to see if there's anything in your subconscious that you aren't really paying attention to. But there's a lot of choices out in the world, right? So to really choose what intention you want to go into, that can actually also be challenging as well. So you can let this help make that decision for you in a way. It goes, oh yeah, I was feeling that, and maybe that is the right thing to kind of focus on. So these cards can do that for you. But let's draw out a few cards and see what this big huge stack of cards would want to say to us. It would be like this big if it was real cards. So we've got the Queen of Air and Spades. So this is like the more dark part of the playing cards. The court cards are people, so you want to be looking out for like a malicious woman. A bossy and malicious woman is quite literally what this means. Someone who's in power. But this could also be a part of yourself too. Court cards can also be elements of yourself, just because you can be diced up like an onion. So you can think of it like that, and try to figure out like where's that coming from. But we've also got the King of Cups here as well too. So we've got a king and queen, so like a union here. And the queen always has a water element to it, and the king always has a fire element to it. Those are the kind of its primary elements that'll be inside of the suit. So the court cards are always sub-elements. They've got two elements within them. But the king is an imaginative, so maybe there's like a relationship between the king and queen, that the king is somehow drawn to this woman of power, but the king has an imaginative energy that is some way drawing them together. But we'll pull out an element. Oh, that's cool. We got one of each in this reading. I wouldn't have thought that would be, we'd be lucky enough to see that, but we can say that this is kind of a synchronicity, a little bit, maybe not too much, but like we've got everything kind of represented here. So we've got fire, the fire element, which is the king, right? So the elements are going, haha, you've got a king out there with fire. Here's fire, and it's transformative. You think of fire burning down a stick, right? The stick is in one state. When fire meets it, it turns into something else, turns into like ash. And then you could use ash to draw something. Actually, there's painters that can take ash, put a little bit of water in it, so it becomes like a different type of substance, and you can actually draw stuff with it. Or if you've ever burnt a stick and the end of it's like burnt and it's got black ash, you could use that. You can draw on like wood and something you used to do as a kid. But it's transformative. As you can see, those are examples of something transforming into something else through the use of fire. So there you go. That's your collective message here with these three cards together. You'll see more of these pop up anywhere, so again, take a moment to sit with them and play with meanings and see if that aligns with your intentions, or maybe it's brought forth a new intention for yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. This is very good tarot readings. That was an outtake. Oh God. This is very good tarot readings. Okay, it's Brent from PathandTarot, and we are in it, the Wild Unknown suite here at the moment. The Wild Unknown Tarot and the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle, meant to be used together, I feel. So we're going to use them together and try to pick out some interesting things here. So we're going to leave the question open, because you can, as the viewer, you can try and extract something from this. You don't necessarily have to ask a question. You can just let the cards reveal what they may. Or you can take a moment right now to think, dear Wild Unknown, what are the things that I need to know about that are unknown to me? So let's see what we have here. We've got the raccoon and the Ten of Swords. My goodness, that is an interesting connection here. So we don't really have balance with the raccoon. That's part of the earth energy, because the Ten of Swords it's an air energy, so it doesn't really connect very well. So there's a starving artist. Aren't we all, right? That's the cool thing about the animal spirit oracles, that you've got these in and out of balances, and it works really nicely when you understand the elemental associations and what works together. So it's kind of crazy, because I had just gotten over an illness this weekend, so I kind of hit rock bottom for myself, and I've bounced back successfully. I still feel pretty rough, but it's getting better, so that's cool. So I, in a way, hit some sort of boundary, rock bottom boundary with my personal health, right? The raccoon is as talented as it is, and artful. It's not really in balance right now. There's a starving element to that, and I totally get that. I've been a starving artist. I've only been a starving artist, so we can say that. But there are people who do quite well in the arts and all kinds of disciplines: music, visual, dance, film, all that stuff, right? But there's a playfulness of the raccoon, which maybe we can recognize outside of its balancing energies. It wants growth. It wants something more than what it has. We know our boundaries. Maybe we can work within them to find something that will feed that growth. And I'll see you in the next video.